Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto Review, episode 176. Well, another Monday, another week, another opportunity to make money, another opportunity to play the range game, another opportunity to play some SFU setups. Okay, we should start as usual with higher time frame, with weekly time frame, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other things. And then we'll go on lower time frame, daily. We'll see what we have on daily, and at the end, maybe if we have time, we'll go even on 1 hour, 4 hour chart to find some setups. Morning Lee, hey Sajid, hey Azov, hey Darren, hey Diana, hey Robert, hey Bogdan, hey Dimitri. Okay, let's start with ES, actually Bitcoin, sorry. Weekly chart, you can see we have from June up and down, up and down. The volatility is getting lower and lower. Look what happened 2 weeks ago, last week. Actually, last week was an indecision candle. Yeah, you can see nothing to. If you manage to play an SFU setup, okay. If not, nothing you can do. Nothing else. Look at it. The top was 65, the bottom was 61 or 62. Well, not enough for a swing trader. Not enough, not even for a day trader. A scalp here and there, and that's about it. We played a nice short last week, made some money, but indeed it's boring. Low volatility, big players are out, and they will be back in September. Morning, Emmanuel. So nothing new to tell you about Bitcoin, to tell you about what's happening here. Yeah, we have some bullish divergence trying to form on weekly. On daily, we have already bullish divergence. The indicators are, for example, RSI has a W and also a confirmed bullish divergence here, which is a good sign. But that doesn't make the price action bullish. It's just the indicators are trying to tell you, well, it's not as bearish as we see it on the chart. So simple. I still think we'll go and get in the long reload zone. Yeah. It's possible, probable to go in the long reload zone. We'll have a bottom later in the year at 40,000. Well, I don't know exactly about 40,000 people. What I know is that what I see, it's probable to have the bottom below 50k or at 50k. If it will be 40k, that will be nice. If it will be 35, that will be even better. The lower, the better. You know that at least I am in a dollar cost averaging plan below 69. So don't get me wrong, I'm not bearish overall. As long as I'm dollar cost averaging, you cannot call me, well, Paul is bearish. Well, it's bearish on short term, bearish on the summertime, bearish for this fall. But I'm dollar cost averaging Bitcoin below 69. Come on. Your influencers, your favorite influencer is not dollar cost averaging Bitcoin here. So I'm more bullish than the Moon Boys. Anyway, not too many things I could say about Bitcoin, people. Let's take a look at Ethereum on weekly. Similar, a bit stronger. You can see one gap, two gaps, and it's slowing down. It's a bit stronger than Bitcoin, indeed. I think it's probable, possible, let's say probable, that will touch $2,000. If Bitcoin will move up a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, we can go to 2,000. And we can even go deeper in the short reload zone. Here you can see this gap at 2,200. Yeah, if Bitcoin is holding, looks like Ethereum wants a bit higher. I don't know how high, but my guess is in this area somewhere. But for that, we need Bitcoin to perform a little bit, to go back at 69 and stay there, kind of idea. Test that 69, 70K resistance. Well, morning again. Well, people, share this post if you want. I posted the link later, so if you want to help us out to be a bit more visible, please do that. I see more people in the live stream than what we have here. Morning, Taylor. So, getting back on Ethereum. Ethereum looks a bit stronger than Bitcoin. You saw me in the spring. I told you, well, Ethereum is weaker. No, this time Ethereum stopped bleeding at 1,500. We don't have a weekly W, okay, but it's stronger than Bitcoin. And look at the indicators. You don't see that too often, people. What do we have here? Here we have a low and a lower low, okay? Look at the OBV. We have a low, a higher low, and a confirmation here at the neckline. Then similar on RSI. Low, higher low, confirmation here. This is weekly time frame, people. And also, look at the MACD histogram. It's telling us something. So don't bet that Ethereum will go down. I think the bottom is at 1,500 for Ethereum. Well, to be honest, no. But I think for the moment, Ethereum wants to pump before it will dump even lower in the fall. If this is the bottom on Ethereum, well, if you remember, we have Ethereum from 2,800, 2,500. I bought Ethereum at 2,000. So I have Ethereum. I don't complain if this is the bottom and it will go up. I think this is the bottom. Well, no. I think it's stronger for the moment. I think it's possible, probable to go in the short reload zone. And then maybe in the fall, go back, test 1,500 and maybe lose that level and go a bit lower. Where do I see the Ethereum bottom? Well, I'll be honest, between 1,500 and 1,000. Can we go even below 1,000? Well, depending how ugly will become in the fall. But if I'll see Ethereum at 1,000, I'll be more than happy to buy a little bit. A little bit more, actually. Okay, so Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it's kind of doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. It's summertime. Let's take a look at dominance. Well, dominance is doing the same thing. Nothing, people. We want to see M's, we want to see W's. No, it's just fighting 60% level. We need to a bit of, I don't know, something to happen to break this consolidation here, this fight at 60%. For the moment, you can see it's going sideways, up and down. Okay, we can go a bit lower, we can go a bit higher, maybe 2 or 3 shitcoins or some altcoins will pump a little bit and then will go back down. Is not the right moment. Let me say it again. Is not the right moment to invest in shitcoins. Okay, you can trade shitcoins if you love on lower time frame. That means, I don't know, 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart if you see something, even daily from time to time. But that's not the right moment to invest in shitcoins. I think it's too damn early. And I see people, well, this shitcoin will perform because of this. Well, you don't know yet. Too early to call them, which you all will win the next cycle. Let's wait for weekly W's, monthly W's. Let's wait for signs that they want to pump shitcoins. You'll see a lot of people posting about shitcoins. Your favorite influencer posting about hype, about ZEC, about, you know. Those influencers that told you to buy Tao, to buy Tia, to buy hype and everything, they are dead. You don't see them anymore. You hear about them? I don't see them on Twitter anymore. They are not posting. They are out. They'll be back. When you see them getting back and tell you, well, I told you that the bottom was there and look at me, how much money I made, and you know that they want to pump shitcoins. Anyway, that's dominance. It's fighting 60%. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We have a weekly W and it's pumping here. People, I'm not saying it's not possible to accept above 0.03 and pump higher. But my opinion is that we'll at least stop for the moment at 0.03 and we'll stay there or consolidate that level. That weekly W made his point. We pumped to 0.03. Maybe we'll accept a bit higher, candle body highs here, and then go lower. But overall, I think we'll go lower than 0.025 this year or beginning of the next year. At least that's my opinion. Okay, that's Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, total market cap. We are fighting, trying to hold 2 trillion. Because this, look, is not looking too bullish here. We are trying to hold that level. More than that, nothing we can say. Some bullish divergence on MACD, some bullish divergence on RSI. Trying, but no. I think this cycle will accept below 2 trillion and maybe 1.5, maybe. And then we'll form a bottom and then we'll pump. It's too early for us to call that. And you know that I don't like to call tops and bottoms. I prefer to find my setups at specific areas. But as an idea, yeah, we can accept below 2 trillion and 1.5 should be something nice. Okay, now looking at our favorite chart with the top and the bottom, and I still think the bottom could be here, around here. I said I don't know if we'll fill the gap or not, if we'll stop at 40k or we'll accept below, but I think it's reasonable for me to think below 50k or 50k to be the bottom, around 50k, 40k, something like that. The lower, the better for us, because with the same money we can buy more Bitcoin. I'll say it again because someone called me, "Why you are so bearish on Bitcoin?" Well, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm bearish on this timing. I'm bearish on this summer on Bitcoin, because that's how the cycles are working. It's not up only. Yeah, overall, if you look on monthly chart, on 6-month chart, yeah, you'll see up only. But if you go on lower time frame, you'll see the market is going up, and then the market is going down, and then the market is consolidating and is going up again, and we repeat that. Overall, in the last 10 years, yeah, okay, it's kind of up only if you draw a line, but it's with wild swings up and down. So yeah, I think October it's a good area to watch for a bottom. Let's take a look. Take a look at ES on weekly. We are kind of trying to aim out here. Looks like it. We are above this uptrend channel, people, and it's kind of scary for me. If we'll dump from here, we can go all the way up, all the way down in the middle of the channel. On lower time frame, okay, we have this long reload zone. On medium time frame, we have this long reload zone. But overall, if we'll start dumping, we have a lot of room to go down, people. And I'm not expecting market to go down in July or in August, no. But starting with September, October, I don't know. Looks like they are preparing a nice dump in the fall. Okay, what do we have here? Nothing special on indicators. Gold on weekly, you know my opinion about gold. I told you too many times. Yeah, every gold bug told you that. Well, go and buy this dip because we'll go to Valhalla and we'll go to 10,000. No, gold made his move. Now we had a bearish retest. We didn't even manage to hold 5,000 or touch short reload zone, and we are dumping. That's weakness. For the moment, even on weekly chart, we are trying to hold 4,000. If we don't succeed to hold that 4,000, next level is 3,500, 3,400, this area here. So for me to call a reversal even on daily, give me a clear W or a weekly W or something. Until now or so far, gold is underperforming, is telling me that, well, I'm fighting 4,000, but I don't know if I'll manage to hold this level. Oil, we talked about oil too many times. The war is on, the war is off, the war is won, or is on, or won, call it whatever you want. The war is over, and the war is on again. This is a game for big players, not for us. I showed you the area where I saw a potential reversal. We reversed, no clear W, ugly price action. If you think about it, it's better to just to leave it alone, because the TA is working basically. Yeah, you have the levels, but it's not something that I want to trade this year. Yeah. So yeah, we have some gaps to fill, but I'm not interested to touch this one. If you manage to get these levels here and long oil, okay, good for you. Shitcoin like Zach, fighting in the short reload zone. Wait for a daily daily M, sorry. I don't know if we'll succeed to go to the candle body highs, but if we'll go here, people, that will be a nice opportunity to short. This shitcoin is just a perfect example to show you how the shitcoins are moving with the pump and dump. SpaceX, your favorite shitcoin. I talked about this one in the weekend. Everyone in Crypto Traders Arena got the warning. I told you don't touch it because it's a trap and because we'll go lower, and probably 75 and below this level will become interested to, I will become interested to touch it, to try to buy a little bit. This is for public, not for us. Let's go on daily so you'll see it better. Okay, look at it. They put it here, they pumped it, and I told you, I was yelling every day, don't buy, don't touch, because this is a trap, this is for public. Elon Musk wants to sell to the public. All the investors want to sell to the public. That's why you see all the news talking bullish about it, because the people that invested in this shit, they have the power to manipulate the news, to tell the news, be bullish about this one. They are strong, they are powerful. And they want to trick as much public as possible to buy their shit. And guess what? They sold here and they'll buy like us here, 75 even below. We can buy here if the market will go here, but not us. We'll not put the bottom there. They will. The guys that put the top here, they'll put the bottom around here. We don't have the power to manipulate the news. We don't have the power to change the direction of a stock. They have. With the money, but also with the news. Okay, so SpaceX is going to the moon. Just the idea is that the moon is a bit lower. That's the only problem we have. But indeed, it's going to the moon. Let's go a little bit on lower time frame, people. Bitcoin. Indecision, ugliness here. You can see how ugly it is. Up and down and up and going sideways. We are fighting 65, 64, 65. I don't have a direction. I don't have a setup here on daily. Nothing. We are in the middle of this range. Low is 57, the high is 69, and we are fighting 64. Guess what? We are in the middle of the range. I don't want to play it here. Give me something better. Ethereum a bit stronger. Shoulder, head, shoulder. We are accepting above the neckline on daily. You can see accepting above the neckline, retesting the neckline. Let's see if it has strength. Probably Bitcoin will dictate what is happening. Two scenarios for Ethereum to pump. Bitcoin staying flat at 64, 65, not doing anything, and Ethereum performing, or Bitcoin trying to pump to go to 69 and Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. Yeah? That are my scenarios. If Bitcoin will dump, I don't think Ethereum will be able to go up with Bitcoin going down. Pretty obvious. Yes, on daily, if you remember, diamond pattern breaking out, and I said, well, it's still a short reload zone. It's impossible for me to long here. Well, look what happened. Yeah, Friday we dumped like crazy. We have an M, well, depending on this chart now, because this is slightly higher high. But you get the idea. We have a gap, and we can dump in the long reload zone pretty easy. And that's the lower time frame long reload zone. If you zoom out a little bit more, this is the big one. And we have a gap there, and probably if we zoom in here, we have some other gaps. For the moment, let's focus on this one. Huh? Let's focus on this long reload zone, on this SFU at this level. Let's see what will happen. Slow and steady. I have a setup here? No, I don't. Gold, no W yet on gold on daily. No W, no nothing. Well, no W, no trade. It's so simple. On lower time frame, we had a scalp long. We managed to get risk free, and that's it. He's weak. He's not performing. He's not strong enough. Oil is gapping higher. The war is on again, and they are making the oil more expensive again. I don't know how the fuck they managed to do it. When the oil is getting expensive, everything at the pump is getting more expensive. When the oil is going down, the things stay expensive at the pump, the gas and everything. It's kind of strange. Strange for some. For us, we know that they are manipulating the price so they could rip us off a little bit more money. We know that. Actually, it's about money. It's not about the war. It's about oil, and it's about the fact that they have a reason to keep it expensive and make more money on us. That's the reason, nothing else. Don't think it's about atomic bombs. Don't think it's about freedom. Don't think it's about you know what. No, it's not. It's about money. A bunch of people will die for some people to make a lot of money with oil and other things, selling weapons. And wake up if you think something else. Anyway, not our game. Let's stay the fuck out from this one. Okay, ZEC on daily. If we get an EM, and if we get something nice, I still think we should wait a little bit to confirm this EM, or maybe to SFU one more time. I don't know. But if we get a daily EM, then, well, we have a setup, most probably. Let's wait a little bit more. This one, don't touch it, is here for a different reason, just to see it and show you how shitcoins are moving in a bear market. And not only, but you can see pump and dump. You try to buy here, you go a little bit up, and then you go sideways, and the coin is slowly dying. And you'll stay with the money invested in this shit and will never move, or will move after 1 year. SpaceX on daily. Well, people, SpaceX on daily is doing what it's doing on weekly. Now you can see gaps down, 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 down. The public that bought at 220, they wake up here and they are trying to sell, and they'll create the bottom soon enough. Silver on daily, no W, you can see new lows, no W, no long, no trade, just leave it alone. I don't think silver is something I should trade, to be honest. Dominance, we talked about, no EM. You can see Ethereum versus Bitcoin. This is the scenario I'm waiting on daily. Maybe will outperform, will go a bit higher, I don't know. But this is the scenario. If I'll get this EM, I know that most probably in the fall will go lower. So, to tell you my point again, I'm not bearish overall. And on Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I'm not bearish at the moment. Ethereum is, I see it stronger than Bitcoin. But overall, I don't think we have the bottom on Ethereum versus Bitcoin for this cycle. Total market cap, nothing we can say. Well, that's the higher time frame, people. Yeah. And conclusion is pretty clear. If you look at daily and if you look at weekly on CME chart on Bitcoin, you see indecision is going sideways. The volatility is not even good enough for day trading. 3,000, 4,000 range is not good enough. We had a bit of volatility at the end of the week and made a bit of money. If you listen to me and stay the fuck out and made the trade risk free when the market was bad, then you took advantage Friday from the Thursday, Friday from that drop and you made a bit of money. But if you fucked around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and you lost money, you barely managed to get break even if you took that short, that nice short. So that's the difference. To listen and focus and be patient between being profitable or not being profitable. And I'm keep telling you, well, if we don't have a setup, if we don't have clear setups, we stay the fuck out. Doesn't matter. We didn't took any trade 2 days or 3 days in a row. I don't fucking care. I'm here to make money. I don't have an advantage. I'm not playing. Some people prefer to play. They love so much to open trades that they forget the reason they are here. It's up to you, people. It's totally up to you. If you are here to fuck around and play setup, open trades, go ahead. Open the trade. Open a trade and then I open another trade. But that's not the way to make money. You saw me last week and 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago staying flat for days. Not touching the market. And again, this weekend we had a little bit of move, but in the weekend, just close everything and go and recharge, go and do something else. If you recharge properly, if you are in a good condition, you'll be more resilient. You'll be able to stay without open trades more time. If your emotional state is already bad, if you tried in the weekend to fuck around, Monday, Tuesday, you'll try to compensate. You'll try to do something else and you lose money. It's not my problem if you listen and stay out in the weekend and do something else and recharge or not. It's your money, your business. I'm not a financial advisor, people. No? Every live stream I'm telling you the same. I'm not a financial advisor. I just tell you what I do with my own money. The rest is your fucking responsibility. Okay, that's Bitcoin, Ethereum on daily we talked about. Let's take a look at the calendar for this week. Well, seems like this week we don't have too many things. Yeah, United States nothing, and Europe we have something Thursday. Interest rate decision Thursday on Europe. Well, that could move the market. Will probably move the market a little bit, not too much, but you get the idea. Depending on the report. Technically should be a no news, a boring week, but you want to bet that Trump will compensate for the lack of news and he will post and he will move the market by himself? I bet he will. Anyway, we don't have news at specific hours, at specific days. We can play the market as we want. So that's good. Okay, let's go on lower time frame and see what we have. Well, On 1 hour time frame, people, on Bitcoin, you can see we had this dump and we call it a fake out. Some people managed to take a short and hold that short. I managed to take a short and I was stopped out at scratch. And then I took the next one here and we made money. And then the market comes back up from the shark level. And I didn't took the trade, but I told you about the shark level. If you want to long, that's not a bad idea. So we reversed in the long reload zone. And then we pumped and we pumped. And last night, when I was sleeping like a baby, we SFU that Sunday high with another high and we dumped. And we'll probably dump back down, all the way down in the long reload zone. If you want to see a specific level, I have too many long and short reload zones here, but you can do something like this. And you can see where is the area where you should pay attention, you should do something. Look at it, it's dumping now like crazy. Yeah? I told you so many times, I'm not worried about missing a long, I'm worried about missing the next big short. On daily and even on 4-hour chart. We are in a bear market, people. Remember that. Until October, until I'll see a weekly W, I'm still inclined to short every bounce. I'm not so aggressive because we are closer to the bottom than to the top. But don't get me wrong. I'll short every bounce I'll see. Okay, so what we can do now? Well, not too many things we can do. If you manage to take the short here and you are awake in the middle of the night on the asset session, okay, you manage to play a short. If not, don't touch it here. I don't think it's a good area. Either will SFU again. The high from the weekend is not holding. Yeah. That's also a Monday high for the moment. I suggest if you don't find a setup today, suggest to wait until tomorrow to have the Monday high and Monday low. And we can play around a little bit more. Today, I'll play an SFU if I'll see one. But not the SFU of this level, SFU of this level. 62,495. That is the level. You can see, look left, we have some liquidity there. Or if the market is reversing and taking this high and this high, then I'll try to play a short. And you can see the SFU is there. We are waiting. So that's my play on Bitcoin on 1 hour time frame, people. Nothing else. Basically, I'm waiting for the Monday high and Monday low to form, so I have the Monday range. And in meantime, if I'll find an SFU, I'll play it. That's my plan. So simple. Ethereum, similar. A bit stronger. You can see higher highs, higher lows. We are fighting with the last week Monday high. If we accept below, then middle of the range, maybe we'll SFU this level. That could be nice to play along because Ethereum is a bit stronger than Bitcoin. If we'll form a setup. If not, this is the level, the Monday low. It's a good level to play along. For short ideas, I think this is the level we want to play. If we'll SFU this level, then okay, I'll be tempted to hunt a short idea there. For the moment, we are fighting the Monday high. Let's see what will happen. The best scenario is to wait until tomorrow to have the Monday high, Monday low, put some alarms, wait for some SFUs, and play the market. That's my thinking on Ethereum. Ethereum is on higher time frame a bit stronger than Bitcoin. And that's a good thing, to be honest. Okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, hype. I told you about this one, don't touch it. Stefan managed to make a nice short from the top. And he made nice money for VIP. And I think Stefan posted a setup on hype last Tuesday, if I remember correctly. He said on public, look at hype and I'll take this trade. So if you follow Stefan, you made a nice trade here on hype. I'm touching hype? No. I prefer to protect my capital. I prefer to play something else. Hype, it's good enough, but not good enough for me. I don't know how to say it. I see the range and makes me think just leave it alone. That's when I see this chart, I'll just leave it alone. Solana, everyone knows my opinion about Solana. Shit for the moment. Will do nice things this next cycle, probably. Yes, on 4-hour chart. Look at it. We have the Monday range from 2 weeks ago. Last week we played the range really nicely. Look at it, people. Why I'm keeping insisting with the Monday range? Well, look at it. We SFU'd here. We took that SFU and we talked about that level. And then we accepted back in the Monday range. We retested that and we dumped. I think Stefan, even I posted, I talked about this this short here. We got in the long reload zone and now looks like we're losing the level. I have an alarm for VIP here for a potential long. Pay attention, but I see a setup here. No. Maybe a double in the long reload zone. I see some bullish divergence trying to form here, but it's Monday, people. It's better to just leave it alone and wait for the Monday range. On traditional market, yes, especially gold, wait until Tuesday. And you'll have levels to play around and you'll have levels to watch, to set alarms and make some money. Nasdaq, even weaker than ES. Look at it. We have multiple EMs now. I told you even on higher time frame, doesn't look too bullish on the medium run. I think maybe if not in the summer, in the fall, they will dump like crazy. Anyway. Gold. Monday range. I suggested you to play the Monday range, to test Monday range on gold if you want to play traditional market. And look at it. Managed to play around. It's weak. It's weak, you can see it. Maybe something will change, but at the moment, people, it's too late to short and it's too damn early to long. We don't have enough reasons to long. Getting back on Bitcoin. Yes, if you're in this level at the moment, will accept lower? Probably. Who knows? Do I have a setup? No. You can try to play this one on 5-minute chart if you want. I don't know if it's the best idea. We need a close below, and we don't have the close below, and then we need a reclaim above this level, and then to play an SFU long. I don't think it's a good idea. We can dump like crazy. So I'm just watching from the sidelines for the moment. Maybe Stefan will hunt scalps on London for VIP members. Maybe we'll post some. Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Let's see what we have in the chat. Sajid is saying it's okay to leave an open trade with risk free during the weekend, which took on Friday. On crypto, yes. On traditional market, no, Sajid. Why? They can open with a gap and they'll fuck your stop loss. So let's say you made a risk free position on ES. Yeah. And you say I'll keep it until Monday. And the market is opening with a big gap. And your stop loss will trigger at that opening. Which means you can lose money in a break-even trade and you can lose a lot of money. On Bitcoin, on crypto, if it's a break-even, okay. Because you don't have so many gaps on crypto. It's open in the weekend. But what is closed in the weekend? No. Stocks, ES, traditional market in general, even Forex, don't do that. If you are a swing trader and you play something else, a lot lower position sizing and a different game, then yes. you can, but it's still dangerous. You still have to be extra careful. No? So no position on the weekend on traditional market. If you are a swing trader and you have small position size, and even if it will be a gap, you don't care too much, then yeah. But it's a different game. We don't play that. Okay, Dimitri, should Bitcoin leave a higher high on higher time frame, BJ? Well, I don't know. Let's wait, Dimitri. Let's wait. I think will be a lot of fuckery this summer on crypto and the entire market. Watch ES, Dimitri, to be honest. Because ES is driving the bus. Yeah? Trump is driving ES and ES is driving crypto. ES is a risk on. We like it, we don't like it. Crypto is a risk on. Even Bitcoin is a risk on asset. So some people will say, well, no, it's a risk off. Well, not quite. Maybe will be in time. Will be treated as such. Smash the like button. Well, if you want to help us out, hit the like button. Repost that tweet I was posting. I don't see other questions. I see the same people in the chat. If I look at X reposts, probably the same people. Same people. Most of them from VIP and Premium. Most of them people that are following us and they know what we are doing here. Public? Not so much. Public doesn't care about crypto anymore. I can see 32 reposts, 39 likes. Well, that's acceptable. I posted this tweet a bit later today, so maybe that's why. I don't know, Stefan, you are in the chat? You are here or not yet? Monday morning, I'm not expecting Stefan to be in a live stream, but he has a slow recovery from the weekend. Anyway. If we'll dump a bit lower, then yes. If you see this SFU playing out, maybe yes, probably not the best idea. If we don't have anything else, people, I don't know, let's call it a live stream. I talked about 45 minutes about the higher time frame, the lower time frame. Don't call breakouts, people. I'm keep trying to tell you that. Don't call breakouts. Learn to play the range game. Yeah, I'm keep trying to post. People that are following us know why it's better to play the range game. The rest of them, let them do whatever the fuck they want. On a live stream. Yeah. It's not working anymore or what, Alex? Well, talking about football is not what I do in a weekly crypto review, man. Sorry. I'm not a fan of football, to be honest. I know all my friends are. I hear them talk about it, but I'm not a fan. And don't get me started with why, because, yeah, fan of SFU, fan of making money, fan of something else, but no, football is not my thing. Not at the level they want us, they shill us football. It's a distraction. It's something that they want us to focus on and put our energy there. And I hate that. Not the game. The game is nice. I don't have any problem. But when you pay a player with so much money and so much money are playing around, is not a game anymore. It's something else. And I don't like to be tricked, to be directed in one direction. So no, thank you. Exactly. But don't get me started with that, Alex. let's keep it on crypto. Huh? Well, if we don't have anything else, people, let's call it a live stream. Let's wait for the Monday range to form. If we see an SFU until then, we can play it. Let's see what we can get in the London session. I'll be live in the New York session for Premium and VIP. Yeah, exactly like Emmanuel says. To the moon, but flip the chart, people. Flip the chart. Play the range game, people, and protect your capital. Personally, I'm risking 0.5% per trade. Yeah, so I'm not risking more than 0.5 from my portfolio in each trade, and I have a reason for that. The rest is up to you. If you want to risk more, you think you are better than me, you think you are sharper than me, be my guest. Do it. Okay. That being said, let's call it a live stream. See you next time, people. See you next time, or next time should be in 4 hours. Bye bye.